So I'm just out here on my own, going for a walk up Lugnaquilla, which is previously was the second highest mountain in Ireland until all the peaks around Carntoohil were all recategorised as individual mountains, which bumped us down to about 6th place. It's a real pretty part of the country here for anyone who is ever considering visiting Ireland, or County Wicklow specifically. I have a funny wheeze in my chest. It's like I'm taking a second breath at the end of the first breath, so that's a bit slightly alarming. Probably just a lack of fitness on my part, I would say. I'm very much being kept company by large amounts of free-ranging sheep as well. I do like the hill walking, but it certainly is a thing that if you choose to come out to places like this on your own, you know, you really need to kind of consider being slightly more careful. It's nice and sunny here, but over that rise up yonder, there's another solid mile of a walk after that, and it's all starting to get very cloudy there, so I would think that I shan't be doing the full fat, full Monty Lugnaquilla today. Also, I've rationalised that away by deciding that I'd like to play golf this afternoon as well. It's my day off and I want to do a few things that are somewhat enjoyable. Back in my YouTube atheist days, I used to find it highly amusing when Christopher Hitchens would drop his famous one-liner about early Christian missionaries in the likes of Papua New Guinea, where there are no sheep. Had to try and come up with a different analogy for the shepherd and the flock. And there was a lot of pigs herded in Papua New Guinea, and Hitchens, in all his smirking wonder, would say, so the flock of pigs would be well shepherded, and the crowd would duly laugh. Obviously things like metaphor and symbols wasn't of any huge interest to Hitch, but you know what, it is always interesting to think, if he was still around and hadn't died 15 years ago, what would he think of how things are now? I can certainly say that my thoughts on all this stuff evolved massively, just as a matter of interest. The last time I came up here on my own, I started walking down that ridge over there and realised I'd gone wrong just about there and had to walk down into that valley and come back up here in line where those sheep are, and I was already very tired. It's funny the way you can kind of lose your direction up in mountains, you know, when a couple of miles have actually passed. You can kind of lose your way quite easily. Is that a metaphor, I wonder, for how we need a metaphysic to guide our interior world, our thought life, our spirituality, our soul? Frankly, I would say yes. Yes, indeed. And my rod and my staff here is a good old regatta walking stick, which it has to be said does immensely take some of the pressure off the walking. right, I can categorically state that where that next batch of sheep are, I'm pretty much going to knock it on the head there. Doing this quite lovely and contemplative and meditative on your own after 3 hours, and a little bit tedious. So I will go to my pre-decided turnaround point and head back. I can get 9 holes of golf in this afternoon, because God knows I need to practice. I can do it on the driving range like a friggin' pro, and I can't bring it to the golf course at all at the moment. And a spiral of swing thoughts and lack of confidence. But you know what? Overcoming that will be a sweet reward all its own. A sweet, sweet reward. Yep. Hypoxia kicking in here. Starting to get delirious. Anyway, I'm sure the huffing and panting is probably quite unpleasant to listen to at this point. Also, 6.5 minutes has been proven to exceed the boredom threshold, according to YouTube. So, from my newly shorn friends over there and myself, this is Arthur Rock signing off. And thank you for listening.